Hey y'all. Says my audio is working. Let me make sure and pull down my mic. Hi, I got smexy librarian glasses on today. Oh, how are you doing? How was your weekend? Hi, Ken. Oh my goodness, yesterday was Mad Hatter Day, 10/6. That was his size. Oh my goodness. Uh, I got some decluttering done this weekend. I finished a show. You're all good. The mic is breaking up a bit. Oh no. Oh no, don't break up. Hopefully it'll get smoother. Hopefully. Mic is better. Okay. Yay, that's good. One of my shows ended this weekend and I did a little crying, but it was so good. So good. I absolutely loved it. And it was on Netflix. It's called Love Next Door. It's worth a watch. It really is. It's worth a watch. Um, it's one of my tops this year, so it's another top for this year. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, we're back with tea time. Hi, children. It's good to see you. How was your weekend? Um, I read Kay's Substack and made a comment. Oh my gosh, so we've got a lot going on. The first thing I want to talk about is the exciting news that On the Wings for Writers is having a disc. Hold on a second. I just want the link. So we're putting together our first ever. Come on. Oh, sorry, my computer is going too much at once. Too much. We are putting together our first ever anthology. And so right now we are asking everybody to vote on a genre for us for the anthology. So the link in the chat is for the vote for our genre. So far, one genre is winning, but we only have 6 votes. So, yeah. And I'm the author of the month. It feels so weird. All good now that I'm 8 weeks away from my due date. Oh my goodness, so close! Created my Discord server today and did US today to know the weight of my baby girl. Tomorrow I'm going to live on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's awesome. So close. You're so close. Oh, all that weight will be off soon. Oh, what genre is dominating so far? So far, it's fantasy, surprisingly enough. So, yes, it will include all the subgenres of fantasy. So, if you, um, that's what we'll be doing is fantasy is the main genre, if that's the one that wins. Grant Angel, your due date getting close. I know. um, let's see, what else do we have going on? Um, really, that's awesome. I voted for fantasy. Aww. Um, don't forget to follow Kay. She does sprints during the week. I was expecting more heavily leaning towards romance. I know you were determined. You betted that romance would be what the genre we would go for, but no, surprisingly enough. But we are looking for more votes. We'll be taking votes all year. I mean, not all year, all month. All right. So are we ready to get into our topic, our writer's helper topic? Last week was heavy. I had like 4 doctor's visits. Two, um, 4 doctor's visits last week. 2 injections, 2 different. Oh, I had a Hep B or Hep A injection. I had a flu shot. I had a biopsy done, which took it out of me, man. That you're like you'll experience some cramping and discomfort. No, really? You just took flesh from inside my body. You have YouTube, Kay? Yes, yes, she does. Follow Kay Parquet. Um, so last week I spent a lot of time working on my health, letting my body relax as much as I could. So I didn't do more vlogs. I only did one vlog. I didn't do my Inktober last week. I only did one drawing for Inktober. But I have plans to catch up, or to at least continue again, because there's always a new beginning. I do. Do you mind if I? No, go ahead. Go ahead. Post your channel. I feel like my thingy is hitting the mic. I think that's the problem. No, I feel like that's worse. Okay, hopefully that's better. Yep, she does. She has the wrench on Twitch channel. Oh, that's awesome. So this is Kay's YouTube channel that she posted. Thank you, Kay. I know I just always like to ask first and not assume. I completely understand. I completely understand. I do too. I don't like assumptions. Let's see. I was told by Kay today that I can't post cheery stuff until 2 p.m. on the Discord. Oh, yay! Yes, Angel Faye has YouTube. Let me see. Hold on a second. Mm, Hold on, Angel. Mm, mm. I'm trying to find yours. Hold on. She's not ready for that cheeriness. Yeah, Jen does that to me. She goes, I'm not ready. I'm trying to find angels. I am having issues. Tomorrow is my stream. I'm going to do some designs for covers with chats, also some chatting and showing my Notion, and some sprints too. Awesome. I'm not sure. Hopefully this is it. Yes. And I'm subscribed. And it just wasn't showing. So that's Angel Face YouTube channel. Oh my goodness, what a strange morning. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do editing today. I might focus on some other things. I've already gotten some little things done this morning. So, like, I scheduled some blood work, um, made a game plan for my author, entrepreneur stuff, and made the choice for the new charity because the charity we had picked for the cookbook, SEO, writer, research skills. Yeah, for the win. All right, so we're back in the Writer's Little Helper. So today's is the 21 key traits. What do readers want? Readers want to read works that offer utility, writing to the point about things they can use in their lives. They seek information, substance, focus, logic, a sense of connection, a compelling style, a sense of wit, simplicity, clarity, a fast-paced imagery, create, um, creativity, excitement, comfort, happiness, and truth. If not truth, then fact, or at least balance and fairness. They wow at writing that leaves them with a sense of wonder. They honor writing that elevates them with its transcendence, heroism, justice, beauty, honor, honesty, and the like. So here are the 21 key traits of best-selling fiction. Oh, awesome. Yeah, update your new book trailer. I need to make a book trailer. I need to make a couple of book trailers, actually. So, 21 traits of best-selling fiction. And it has a little check sheet here. Utility, write about things that people will use in their lives. Information, facts people must have to place your writing in context. Substance, the relative value or weight in any piece of writing. Focus, the power of bringing an issue into clear view. Logic, a coherent system for making your points. A sense of connection, the stupid power of personal involvement. A compelling style, writing in a way that engages. A sense of humor, wit, or at least irony. I love irony. Simplicity, clarity, and focus on a single idea. Entertainment, the power to get people to enjoy what you write. A fast pace, the ability to make your writing feel like a quick read. Imagery, the power to create pictures with words. Creativity, the ability to invent. Excitement, writing with energy that infects the reader with your own enthusiasm. Comfort, writing that imparts a sense of well being. Happiness, writing that gives joy. Truth, or at least fairness, which is not always true. Um, Writing that provokes, writing to make people think or act. Active, memorable writing, the poetry in your prose. A sense of wow, the wonder your writing imparts on a reader. Transcendence, writing that elevates with its heroism, justice, beauty, or honor. The checklist, my friend, is the essence of compelling fiction. To quote Stern from Schindler's List to a writer, the list is life. To sell your fiction, you must pay attention to the key traits of best-selling fiction. FYI, the 21 traits are arranged in a kind of rough order. So appeals to the intellect, appeals to the emotions, and appeals to the soul. Where did this 21 traits come from? They come from the most prolific, most complete, most accessible, most reliable survey of book readers in the world. They come from my study of 1,000 reader reviews on Amazon. reliable, yes. Why? Because most reviewers visit a page to write reviews based on their emotional reactions to books. They either love a book or hate it. They were either swept away by the characters and the story and the language, or they felt cheated by the author. Either way, they have to speak out. You can duplicate my research. I analyzed reviews of bestsellers, the good reviewers, the bad, and the ugly. I found patterns in the way people responded and sorted reader remarks into categories. Go ahead, find the best selling book in the area where you want to write fiction. Find your own patterns in the first 200 reviews. It will, I'd be astonished if they were far from my list. These are readers telling writers what they want, or in an instance of a bad review, what they don't want. You can learn a ton from this kind of market survey. Give it a go, then get to writing to satisfy your readers. And I can understand satisfying the reader. I mean, you want to get readers. I mean, we all do. Um, but also write what you want to read. I mean, we are readers too. And we've read bad books and we've read good books. Make sure you read in your genre. Definitely read in your genre. See what the expectations of that genre are and what you like about that genre and what you dislike about that genre, or what's been done over and over and over again, so you can learn to subvert things and make them your own. But really, I think write to write to something you want to read, because you will be reading it more than any other reader ever. Um, Mind you, I have reread several books multiple times. Like I've read Interview with a Vampire. God, I used to read it like once a year from like elementary school through high school. I think you should also read outside your genre though to be more rounded. Yes. Also reading outside your genre is true. Um, but a lot of times some people don't even read what they're writing. So yeah, read as much as you can. And when you find a book that you go dope, then write down why you went nope. And when you find a book that just moves you, I read a book a few years ago, and it's the last book in a series, the Ashes and Embers series by Carrie Cole, and I wrote a authors that inspire me blog post on her, and she blew me away with that last book. I mean, I literally had a visceral, physical reaction to a moment in that book where I was just like, oh, I felt the stab in the heart that the main character was having. Um, and it was just so good, so good. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to make people actually feel how that hurt. Yeah. So that's what I'm aiming for. And I constantly read the Crucial series by Jacqueline Carey. I also did a blog post on Jacqueline Carey. And yeah, I reread those, but I probably will never read them as much as the poor authors that had to write them.
Right,
Edit, revise, edit, you know, look back through, make sure you got all your character stuff correct. So remember, you're going to be reading it more than anyone else. Hi, Emily. I'm plotting out my fantasy fiction and turn into a series with 2 to 3 books. Oh my goodness. I'm using Save the Cat to keep my brain organized, but do you have any advice on plotting a series? Yes, Jacqueline Carey is awesome. Yes. Yay, Kay. Um, Emily, I would say on plotting a series, definitely keep track of every character that you name. Only name characters that matter. Keep track of locations. And definitely go back and check um, previous stuff. Make sure that you don't leave any um, loose threads. Um, I love series where you follow a group of people. So the fire series that I write, you follow this group of friends, and um, sorry, I was giving a kiss to Jen. Um, ooh, I'll check out Sharon K. Penman. Ooh, thank you, Kay. Um, yeah, you follow a group of friends, and so I drop little hints. So like before I wrote Steve and Mallory's book, which is book 3, I was dropping hints that they were flirting with each other through for book 1, book 2. And you know, Tony's story, he leaves in book 1. So you were left with, where did Tony go? What happened? What's going on? And so book 2 was, where did Tony go? And you're also following the love lives of people I already wrote about. So like in book 2, Travis and Raven, who were book 1's characters, gets engaged. So yeah. Um, so I would recommend if you're doing something like that where you're following characters throughout. Now my other series, the urban fantasy series, we follow one detective, and she's got friends, and she's got her work colleagues and things like that. And so I have to keep track of who her informants are, make a series Bible. That's what I would recommend. Make a series Bible. Keep track of those things.
And murder board.
And a murder board. Hi, Senna. Senna, I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know how I have you on my For You page, but I'm glad to be here. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome.
Remember to tap that like button and slap that subscribe.
That's my Jen. So if you're new here, Emily and Senna, following the group of friends is the goal. Love the advice. Oh, I'm glad, Emma. Emily, I'm so glad. I've written some stuff, I think, on my blog on writing a series and things like that, and how I keep track of those things. So I am an author. I write as S.A. Crow. I write romance suspense, and as Anne Crow, I write urban fantasy noir mystery. Um, so I also run a writing group called On the Wings for Writers, and right now we are voting for our genre of our first anthology. We're so excited, and we're working on our 4th cookbook for charity. It's pronounced like Senna in John Cena. Cena! Oh, thank you!
Yes, she knows a wrestler.
Cena! See. Jan watches wrestling, so I know a little bit. But I'm not a big wrestler fan. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So, and in the writing group, we have a author of the month that we focus on and share their social media, things of that nature. And I do tea time on Mondays, which is author chat, and I read to you guys from a book. So yeah, if you'd like to vote, oh, thank you, Kay. Yes, if you'd like to vote for the anthology, give us a vote. We would love that. Also, we have an annual book giveaway we're going to be doing on December 8th called We Wish You Merry Bookmas. And links to On the Wings for Writers Linktree is down below. And the link to that giveaway is there as well. So you can join the Facebook group for the giveaway. You can sign up to do the giveaway. We would love that. We would love to have, to give you space to share your books and things like that. So I'm thinking about doing some author shares on that Facebook group for the authors that have signed up. So I'm going to email authors. So, yeah. So we just talked about the 21 traits out of um, The Writer's Little Helper, 21 traits of best fiction, um, and then, and okay, baby. Merry Bookmas. Thank you, Kay. At the moment, I'm prepping for my November writing. Ooh, awesome. Are you doing the 50,000 in 30 days? Are you doing like the Nano, or are you doing something else? I am in edit land. I have been in edit land and publish land all year. I have one more piece for my box set that I have to edit. The problem is that I'm not only editing it, I'm revising it, editing it, and formatting it all at the same time. And I'm also editing Obsidian Vendetta, which is the first novel in my detective series, and working on the cookbook. So it's fun, but I have people to help the cookbook. Okay, so are we ready? I am going to read from the third book in the series. Let's see. There we go. So this will be the first time I'm reading to you guys from that book. If you want to hear the previous two on Fire series books, Into the Fire has its own playlist, and The Fire Inside has its own playlist on my channel. I think about maybe 25K. The 50K are always too much for me, and I follow the Sarah Cannon First Draft Challenge instead of NaNoWriMo. Very cool. Very cool. 25K is awesome. Yeah, I can understand where 50K is a bit. But yeah, rooting for you. You can do it. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, if you want to hear the previous books, I read those. I've also read Home Fires, so that has its own playlist as well. So, we're going to start some reading. So, if the seas catch fire, if the seas catch fire, book 3 in the Fire series. Quote, trust your heart if the seas catch fire. Live by love through the stars walk backwards. E. Cummings. All right, and we're going to do chapter 1 today, which Steve's chapter. I have chibi pictures of Steve. Here we go. I fumble around for my cell phone and realize I've snoozed through my alarm. Panicking, I fling myself out of the bed and race to get ready. I'm wrapping up the speeches for Hutchinson's deputy mayor campaign today, and they expected me to be there before they tally the votes this evening. I head to the coffee shop right around the corner from my apartment. The sidewalks are as congested as the street with commuters. The sound of the tires and shoes scuffling on the misty wet pavement fills my ears. I text the campaign manager my excuse for my late start and that I'm on my way. The overcast November morning has me flipping up the collar of my leather jacket. I slide into the welcoming warmth of the local coffee shop as the tingle of the bell above the door finishes chiming. As I stand in line, I debate when to ask for a ride share on my phone. The group proceeds a few steps after the barista announces a drink order and another customer makes their way to the clerk. My nose fills with the rich smell of freshly roasted beans, and it mingles with the spices in the pastry case up at the front. Fleetwood Mac's The Chain plays, leading me to bop my head along with the greatest rock album in history. As another person gets in line behind me, a gust of wind hits my back when the bell rings. Customers take up every available seat at minuscule bistro tables and trendy chairs with their laptops, phones, and books. Their shopping bags and purses dangle off the backs of chairs. A woman at one of the tables catches my eye and gives me a knowing smile. Maybe she recognizes me from posters of our band, Home. And when I'm 3 bodies from the cashier, I tune in to the hipster in front of me. He requests an intricate coffee concoction with enough ingredients to throw my friend Raven, who's a chef, off her game. While my head nods along to the song and I'm bouncing on the balls of my feet, I scrutinize the pastry case as I wait my turn. The case is filled with my favorites, and my mouth waters struggling to pick just one to go with my usual coffee. Chocolate chip cookies are the special today. Sir, the young barista with trendy tattoos and piercings calls to me, and I drift up to them. I ask for black dark roast coffee and a pain au chocolat to take with me. Will that be all, sir? I nod as I pull up the strap of my messenger bag to my shoulder and get my wallet out of my rear pocket when I'm still fidgeting. As my bag drops from my arm, it slams into the hipster at the self-serve condiment station. He shouts "bro" at me as his frou-frou coffee drops into the hole for the trash. In my attempt to capture the bag strap, it instead rotates in an arc. It leaves my control as it hits the woman in the head seated nearby, making her spill her coffee over her dress. As she shouts and grabs the back of her head, her tablet clatters to the table and splashes more of it onto her blouse. It's then that my elbow whacks a tip jar from the counter beside the register. Shit! Well, if I didn't have everyone's attention before, I do now. I drop my messenger bag, catch myself before I fall, and apologize to both the hipster and the lady holding her head. Squatting towards the floor, I go to collect the dollar bills and change from the shattered glass jar, cutting my index finger. An employee shoos me off from the mess with a broom. I move aside, raising to my full height, and find the barista handing me my drink and pastry order without asking for my card. Without hesitation, I hurry through patrons with their cell phones pointed towards me, following my progress outside in the chilly, cloudy day. Before the door closes behind me, I pick up murmurs of the patrons. I continue my way as fast as possible. They've plastered the outside of the campaign headquarters for Scipio Hutchinson's deputy mayor race with posters of Hutchinson and with his slogan, "Hutchinson will get it done." The image of him on the posters reveals a slender frame of a gentle, unassuming grandpa with tan olive skin who peers out at us with sweet smile and kind eyes. When I move beyond the glass door, I lose sight of Hutchinson's gaze from the posters on the inside walls to the cacophony and noises that greet me. Volunteers are dashing to and fro with cries of contributor call-outs, mixing with the questions fielded from potential voters by those at the phones. People study the TVs around the room. The incoming votes are being revised in real time across the county. My office is nothing more than a partitioned area of the room, with a table and chair, the flimsy accordion dividers doing little to keep at bay the horrible jokes and fake laughs from the people waiting for the copy machine or the latest facts. I do my best to tune it all out as I wrap up both the winning and conceding speeches that mark the beginning of the end for this bit of freelance work. As I make the last strokes on the keyboard, the biggest distraction himself walks in, Hutchinson. With his extremely tailored suit and Rolex flashing from the cuffs of his sleeve, his wingtip sable-shined shoes tap decisively across the tiled floor. He's a top dog among his entourage of suits who disperse among the gathered volunteers. He stalks toward me with his politician smile. "Steve, how is the winning speech coming?" "It's getting there," I acknowledge from my laptop screen, where I hit the print button. "Good, good. That's what I want to hear. We can't have done this without you. I hope you know that. You'll be at my donor acknowledgement dinner. I won't take no for an answer. I want to introduce you to people. Make sure to bring a lovely woman to hang on your arm. I know you don't have to pay for that," he finishes with a guffaw. "I'll be there if I can make it. You make it happen, you hear, like I always say. Hutchinson will get it done, sir." "Yes, I will," he replies with his signature thumbs up gesture. He goes around pressing the flesh for no reason outside of habit. A worker in a campaign shirt and jeans races up to me with the printed copies of the speeches. A shout of jubilation goes up from the central room, and I glance toward the screens, watching as the winning numbers fill in Hutchinson's column. He turns back to me. "Let's have that speech, Martin." I surrender it to him with a smile, tucking the other into my pocket. Hutchinson walks out the door to his waiting car, his inner circle following him, and they're whisked away to the gathering for the party. I put away my laptop and notebooks in my now infamous messenger bag. I catch Hutchinson on the screens, mounting the dais at the press conference with my speech in his hand. His washed-out blonde wife stands beside him. He's flanked by Fidel Ellis, a lawyer, Lewis Norton, a certified personal accountant, and his campaign manager, along with Warwick Head, another lawyer. A few workers invite me to celebrate their triumph and hard work while I strap my messenger bag over my body. But I learned my lesson this morning. I decline and head out, content that I could serve a local boy and help secure a win for the election. So that was chapter 1 of If the Seas Catch Fire. Poor Steve. I loved embarrassing him. Uh, um, it was fun to write Poor Steve. I took, uh, I was so mean to Steve. And he's such a sweetheart, too. He's the lead guitarist for the band Home, which we learn about in book 1, Into the Fire, which is Travis and Raven's story. Um, yeah. Uh, he's kind of the jokester of the group, a little bit. He's one of the jokesters. So, but I love Steve. He's based off of looks and some personality based off of Ryan Reynolds. Um, so he's very tall. Um, I took the role that Ryan Reynolds played in Definitely Maybe. Um, so yeah, I loved writing this one. Um, I love all my books. I really do. Um, and I'm looking forward to bringing you guys the box set and this new short, which is actually a prequel to the Fire series. It's Malcolm and Linda's story, which leads into book 4. So I'm really looking forward to bringing that to you guys. But right now it is being revised and edited. My approach with the main character is always, I love you so much, my sweet cinnamon roll. Now let me give you some trauma. Yes. My approach is always what could go wrong now. Um and yeah. I kind of put him through hell. Poor baby. But he persevered, and I was very proud of him. Um, he went through a very tough time, and I will love continue to read this for you guys. So I'll be reading it every Monday except for the recaps of the month, which are usually the last Monday of the month, where I talk about how the month went and what are my goals for the next month or quarter. So if you want to find those, you can find those. But I will be making the new playlist for If the Seas Catch Fire today and put this video there. So yeah, I will also be available Friday and Saturday, health pending. I do writing sprints, 9 a.m. Central Time. That's 10 Eastern, on YouTube on this channel. So yay! I like happy endings, so things will be good no matter the problem I put them through. Yes. Well, it's a romance novel, so you have to have the HEA. If you do not have the HEA, readers get very angry because that is an unwritten rule that you must have the HEA, the happy ending. So, happily ever after. You have to have that. Um, which, I love that, and I love that the series as a whole will have a happy ever after. Um, there's there's an idea I might do a spin-off of the Fire series and do different elements. Because I've had some characters on, ooh, I want to tell your story, but you're not part of the actual group. So, hmm. So yeah, I have some plans. They're in my writer's notebook, so but probably next year I'm going to write my first BL story, boy love story. Um, because it's been on my mind. I've been watching a lot. of Asian shows. And so, yeah. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I'll have a blog post for you on Wednesday, and a Substack story article on Friday. So sign up for my newsletter on Substack. Um, yeah, there's all the fun links below. And yeah, it was so fun to hang out with you guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. So I'm going to get going, and I will see you guys Friday.